Today's video should be Nishmat Simcha Bat Rachel. Tiyeh Nishmata Tzura B'Tzura Chaim Began Eden Tiyeh Menuchata. Tomorrow we're going to read Parashat Zachor. Always before Purim. Zachor et asher asa alecha Amalek. We have to remember what Amalek did to us when we left Mitzrayim. And lo tishkach, we can never forget. We have to timche, we have to erase the memory of this nation from the world. The Rambam writes, we're obligated to hate this nation. Sin'ah, hatred that can never diminish. Never let it cool. And as 21st century Jews, that doesn't make sense to us. Why do I have to hate? We don't believe in hatred. Or destroy a whole nation. What does that mean? Why? But I think the answer is found in the Megillah. Haman wants every single person to bow down to him as he walks. And everybody does. But there's one Jew who refuses. One. Mordechai HaYehudi. He says, Lo yichra v'lo yishtachaveh. He will not bow down to Haman for anything in the world. And in a sense, he put the Jewish nation at risk. Because Haman, he arose the hatred of Haman with the Jews even more. He wants to destroy all of them because of Mordechai. Why is it worth putting the whole nation at risk? So bow down to him. There's no Isur. He's not an idol. So what's Mordechai's refusal? See, Mordechai understands something. Haman is a descendant of Agag, the king of Amalek. And Mordechai is teaching us that you cannot give one iota of semblance of respect to Amalek. Because the moment we do, then their philosophy and the ideology, in a sense, permeates us. What's Amalek's ideology? Bil'am, when he's going through all the nations and he's prophesizing who they are, turns to Amalek and he says, Reshit Goyim Amalek. They are the first of nations. V'acharito, and their end, Adei Oved, is utter destruction. Why they're the first? They're the first nation to attack the Jewish people. And they're seen as the root of all evil. See, they attack us not because we were a threat. We may conquer their land. They travel from far distance. We were nowhere near them. Just to attack us. And where do they attack us? Baderech. If we analyze the psukim that we're going to read tomorrow, it really reveals to us what Amalek is trying to accomplish. They attack us baderech letzatchem Mitzrayim, on the road from leaving Egypt, heading to Sinai. And it says again, Asher karecha baderech. That happened on the way. See, Amalek doesn't want us to receive the Torah. And Amalek stops us baderech when we're on the road. We believe life is a journey and we're going someplace. And we're a journey here to accomplish because we're going to a destination. Amalek doesn't believe that. There is no destination. This world is to enjoy, is for pleasure. There is no God. Velo yare Elohim, they don't fear God. This is ours. Do whatever we want. Karecha. And because of that, everything in the world is mikre. Is an occurrence, it just happens. They send antithesis to our view of the world and what life is about. As David HaMelech says, Ohavei Hashem sin'ura. Those who love God have to hate evil. Because when we go through life and we say, it's all good, whatever happens is good, then that philosophy permeates us and influences us too. Destruction happens in the world, people dying every day, and we give a little ear and we move on with our lives. We don't see the evil in things anymore. The only way to see and recognize evil is to hate it. When you hate it, it has no influence over you. You see, in Amalek's worldview, When a virus comes and affects the whole world, there's one question we need to answer. Who can we blame? And the Jewish view is, what can we learn? What's the message? What can we learn from this experience? What does God want us to do? We have rolling blackouts throughout Houston, lack of water. Whose fault is it? That's Amalek. Because that's all there is, whatever life is about. We got to blame somebody. Our response is, what lessons can I take out from this experience? That's the difference between Amalek and us. And if we don't hate that philosophy, we don't hate that worldview, then we get influenced by it. Mordechai says he bows down to Haman and he gives any credence to him. There's no way we can defeat him. Because Mordechai refused. That was the downfall of Haman, because he plots to kill us. And instead of him killing us, that same day he's supposed to wipe us out, we wiped out all our enemies. Only when Haman was destroyed did we look back at the story and we saw the hand of God. The hand of God guiding history. The only way we can see the hand of God behind what happens, guiding history, and everything that happens in the world in a sense is God guiding history, is only if we can destroy the memory of Amalek. And the mitzvah is Zachor, as the Sifri, the Midrash says. Zachor bepeh, we have to remember it with our mouth. V'al tishkach belev, don't forget with your heart. We have to remember and understand what they represent and hate that ideology. In the moment we can hate that ideology and distance ourselves from it, we can see God's guiding hand through history. And that's what we should be thinking tomorrow. And that's why always before Purim, to see Hashem, to see the miracles that God does for us every single day, we have to recognize that life is not just a coincidence, but there's God working behind the scenes. Shabbat Shalom.